Hey guys, smart bricks are here. This is Darth Vader's TIE Fighter. We just built it as fast as we could. Let's see what these things are all about. Okay guys, welcome to the review. Our first review of a smart play set. This is an all-in-one, so this includes a smart brick. So if you're shopping, we're gonna start with the box here like we always do. If you're shopping for smart play Legos, if they say all-in-one, it means it has a smart brick. There's a few other ones. No, that one does. Well, I'll show you in a future video that if they don't say the smart brick, that means they don't have them, but they can use them. The same bricks will be used in all the sets. This has one smart tag and one smart Darth Vader, one regular Rebel Fleet Trooper, and basically these things are not smart. These are just Legos that are extra, which if you ask me is kind of lame, but we'll talk about it. And then we've got, I woke it up, so it's talking to us here. We'll talk about how the actual smart brick works in a second. But the box is important because it's unique. It's something different. It's 8 and up set, 473 pieces. The one thing I didn't check is price, but I will check that before this is over. These boxes are unlike any other boxes. They open up like a puzzle. So this is like the top of the box. Then you have like an inside of the box that has like a little cutout in it. Really strange. And the smart brick came, well, I think I threw it away actually. This was what held the cable. It came like sideways in here, so that was interesting. And you got all the giblets in there. But first time I'd ever seen a Lego box that looks like a puzzle box. Interesting. The back of the box shows some of what it can do. The Darth Vader can be in there. Yeah, we're going to show you how all that works here in a second. See it in action. You do get one recharging station and you get one smart brick. And let me check price right now because I think that's important when we're talking about these sets. And we're back. It is a $70 set. So a normal Lego at 473 pieces should be roughly about a $45 to $50 set. This is way more expensive for the smart brick, which we can look, we'll get to that in a second. And the recharger and the charger cable. Also, I guess we do have a smart tag and smart Darth Vader. Otherwise, all these extra pieces, man, they are way overpriced for what they are. Let's look at the instruction manuals because this also is a little bit different. Okay, so you were given 2 instruction manuals. You get the one that is just for the little builds, like these little things. You can probably hear my dog barking in the background. So this manual you could hand to a kid, which is what we did, and they built that by themselves. Doesn't have to be a part of the main build. Kind of help speed up the process for us. And then you've got the build with the TIE Fighter, and I guess it talks about the smart brick a little bit in here. Talking about how it can connect to your phone, which I did do, and I can show you that, but it does not do much. Shows you how to plug in the brick, how to like get it out of the thing, and then it shows you how to charge your bricks and how to know when they're charged because they flash green. And then I don't think it came with a brick separator like that, but I could be wrong. I did not build these sets, actually. My family did, which was awesome. And you can tell, here's something unique. Darth Vader here, the smart minifigures are one piece. One piece, put the cape on, put the little cowl thing on him, and then his head goes on helmet. So no more of separating the minifigures. Actually, well, let's continue this, but I'm going to try to separate them. I want to see what happens. Okay, so that you get those instruction manuals, and then you're given one more pretty thick booklet that is the Smart Play booklet. It's a pretty good size, but inside it talks about the smart brick and how to get in, like what it can do. It can interact with the minifigures, the smart tags, and it can be charged wirelessly. And then it talks about connecting to your phone. And then the entire rest of this packet, that's again talking about how you know when it's ready, about 2 hours for a full charge. You shake them to wake them up. And then the whole rest of this booklet is all warnings and disclaimers. I'm guessing they think people are going to eat these, like kids would swallow them, which would have a battery. Sorry, the dogs were going crazy, but you get the gist here. It's all warnings. The whole thing is just warning after warning after warning. The whole booklet all the way to the end must be, I don't know, 20, 30 pages of just warnings in all the different languages. So I guess they're worried about, I don't know, damage to the brick causing fire or swallowing them or throwing them in the dumpster and them leaking out, which obviously you're not supposed to do with batteries anyways. But all that for, let's pull it out, the smart brick. Doesn't look like a whole lot, and there's no ports on it itself, so you can shake it to wake it up, and it'll kind of blink at you like that, saying that it's working. And I will tell you, it is one of the worst little strobing lights it has inside of it, too. It's pretty awful to look at, but that's the smart brick. And then, anytime you see one of these tags, right, so we'll bring the TIE Fighter in here. There's the front of the TIE Fighter. Darth Vader's in here. He is also a smart tag. Let me see here. Pull him out here for a second. We're going to drop this on top of here. And now, it's connecting. I think it might be connected already. There it goes. You can hear we're now flying the TIE Fighter. Pretty cool. If you kind of twist fast, it does stuff. If you zoom fast, it kind of does some stuff. I'm being quiet so you can hear those sounds. It is a very quiet, very low quality sound that's coming out of there. And then if you pull this little trigger here, you'll actually hear the blaster sounds. Okay, like that's neat and all. Yep. So we'll pull the brick out. And let's show you just with Vader himself. So, see, he has a little thing on the back that says, I guess, just that he's a smart brick. He can do all these things. So if you touch it to him, I think it made like an error sound. I don't know. That's interesting. Not sure on that one. Let's take him away for a second. Let's do it one more time. Oh, there he goes. He's breathing. Oh, that was it. One breath. So that's what happens when you touch Darth Vader. I'm going to real quick lower this a little bit. I must have knocked it. And then let's try to separate Darth Vader. What happens if you try to pull these apart? You know, a kid thinks this is a normal minifigure. His head pops off. Okay. We'll put that back on in a second. But he's like, Mom, I can't open this. Interesting. Oops, I dropped him. Okay, so he's pretty secured in there then. He is one piece. Arms move like normal, legs move like normal. But I cannot separate that. Okay. Alright, let's stick his, just real quick, his head and his helmet back on. Get him straightened out. And then let's set him back in the cockpit. Because there's one more interaction that happens. Because sometimes the smart tags know if there's more than one smart tag around. And that's what happens when he gets set up in here. Oh my, there he goes. His helmet came off, whatever. He should be fine. And then we'll set this in again. Oh, it thought about something, but I think it didn't get it. Let's try again. You heard in my intro what it can do. And it thinks it's still in there flying around. Huh. See, to me, there he's breathing again. Interesting. So it's here, it's feeling Darth Vader, but it's not feeling this TIE Fighter. There we go. How about now? No, it didn't like that. Yeah, but we can still do it like that. That's interesting. And breathing Darth Vader. So if you ask me, this thing doesn't quite pick up the tags very good. Yeah, I mean, by itself, this is pretty underwhelming. This is just like it's a sound box that kind of interacts, but it's not doing a great job at it even when I'm trying to, I know what it can do, and it won't do it for me. Let's see. Breathing again. So it should be making him do the Imperial March is what it should be doing. Let's set him back just a little bit more in here. We'll try one more time. But at least I got it in the intro video. Oh, stop it, Darth Vader. Come on. Wow. Shouldn't matter. He doesn't have to be like seated, but he should just be close to the thing. There we go. And then here. Nope. I don't know what that little noise is there. We'll have to play with a few more of the sets, and we'll see if that noise just means like an error or something happened. But anyways, this set as a whole, it's a $70 set. You get these things. Oh yeah, and you get like, you know, the minifigure of the Rebel guy, but like he's not smart, so what does it even matter? All this $70, pretty underwhelming. It was an easy build, super easy, 8 and up, no doubt, no problem. I'm gonna have to see these things interact with more sets. I know this one can interact with the X-wing, and they can actually like keep score of who's winning and stuff like that. And it looks like all the other sets have so much more to do. So I'm pretty underwhelmed with this one. For $70, I would say this is like a 4.5 set. Pretty tough that this is what this is supposed to do. So we're going to try some more. We're going to have more coming out. More sets coming out soon. And we'll see if we can get anything that's worthwhile. This one too, I'm interested in how these guys fight over here on the throne room. It looks kind of awkward. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. For now, not a great start for the Smart Brick, but we'll see if we can redeem it in a future video. Until then, thanks for liking and subscribing, guys. I'll see you next time. Bonus footage, guys. Sorry, I just figured this out as I was trying to clean this up. So the brick's in there, the Smart Brick's in there, and then if you add Darth Vader to there, now we get the Imperial Death March. Boom. So that's what I was doing wrong. But it was working earlier like that. So anyways, see you next time.